So I'm going to do a reading now on Navalny. He is a Gemini, and he has a Virgo moon. He has actually, in looking at his chart, he has Sun in Gemini, Moon in Virgo. His ascendant is Virgo. His midheaven is Gemini. And under Chinese astrology, he's a fire dragon with the birth path of 6. He's 6'2", and that's Alexei Navalny. So, I wanted to look at him and his future. He's been one of the few dissidents to survive Putin. I'm using the Haunted House deck. And I may use the Alcaringa deck as a clarifier. Beautiful deck again. Quickly becoming a favorite. The one thing about this, my shirt always gets all, like, I look funny. Alright, I gotta make sure I'm not sitting in the wrong area too. All these adjustments. I feel Navalny's energy is really, really pleasant. I have long been an admirer of his and been keeping an eye on him, of course. I'm very hopeful for him and was very concerned when he was poisoned. This man, Putin, has just... So, I'm surprised that he's not dead. He must have a special mission here. That's all I gotta say. So let's take a look at Mr. Alexei Navalny. Handsome man. He's married, has a beautiful family. This what hurts my heart even more. He's got a beautiful wife and children. I mean, like, he's a good man. He may not be perfect. Who is? But he is a very brave man, and I do see Biden helping him. It's another thing. So much to read on. I do need to take days from now on, sometimes a couple in a row, just to recharge my energy. So I appreciate your waiting for me. And for those of you that didn't, oh well. They're not here to hear this. Okay. It's all good. I'm going to check out some other channels too. YouTube is making it very hard for me to make any revenue. It's not worth the effort. And you guys are worth the effort, but if I can find another platform and say, hey, yo, check me out over here, I'm getting better revenue for, then I'll let you know, okay? Because it's really hurting me. So, having said that, let's get back to Mr. Navalny. Okay, ask Spirit to show us what we need to know and to keep from us that which we wouldn't want to have shared publicly, for his safety. But what can you share with us about Alexei Navalny, his future, and I would like to know also if at the end of the day he's going to be the one left standing and not Putin, between the two of them. Now those are a lot of questions. Each one is a reading in and of itself. But let's just take a look at what the cards want to tell us first about him as a person. perhaps, or whatever. Okay. We get the Nine of Pentacles. Now, excuse me again, I know this makes it horrible. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles is about somebody who is self-made, is independent, and very comfortable, usually financially. But it can also represent somebody who's just a very together person. But let's see, okay? And we have the Fool, a new beginning. A new start where I feel he has support and backing. And I feel like connections to convey his message. There's a new start, and there's definitely a high gamble on the table with the Fool. Within especially relation to Putin. Here's the Two of Wands and Strength. So the Two of Wands is budding out, is dividing, but not necessarily dividing in the way of like depleting, but seeking to have more influence or to open up your networking in the world, contacts that would support him and give him that backing. That there's a new backing. He's going to receive, I feel like, more support from the world, and especially with, I think, the likes of Biden and Harris being more visible in their support of him and vocal. It will encourage others who are sick of Russia's crap, like the Ukraine, like Latvia, like all that are around them that have to deal with them next door. And I don't mean this toward the Russian people. I don't. I mean it toward their government. Big difference. Five of Wands. So here we have his struggle. Okay, he has fought, this man truly has fought his own way up to the position that he's in now. He's had to fight his way. And there's stuff that hasn't come out yet. It's showing. I see success for Navalny. Great support, but there are hidden agitators that want to stir up trouble. And I feel like it's what I kind of refer to Putin's Kremlin theater. When they get somebody to go in there and stir up trouble, or to pose as like an infiltrating and doing, that kind of sneaky covert stuff. But I see there is success and celebration despite the issues and the struggles that Navalny has with Putin. By and large, that his support worldwide will grow. And that is good for him. It keeps him, frankly, more safe. I just wish he would have gotten it sooner. I mean, the man's been poisoned and sent to prison. And by the way, Russian gulags, my grandfather was in one. So they're no fun. And we have the Knight of Swords here. Something very quick, coming very quick on the near horizon here. And it looks like agitation. It looks like fighting. I'm sure we'll see some sort of scuffle, some sort of... There's an agitation. There's like a fight that they're spoiling for a fight with this man. They want an excuse to lock him up again. I mean, like he came back after being poisoned, and what they do, they lock him up. He's got some cojones. I'm telling you, folks. That's a man. And we have the Three of Swords here. So we have, when we go vertically, we have the Fool, we have the High Priestess, and the Three of Swords. And they are trying to kill him. These are the attacks that are secret, not so secret, and that from now on, if they are going to attack him, he's going to be under so much more visibility. I'm seeing that it becomes a higher risk for them to do that. Doesn't mean they wouldn't. New activity. There's a great deal of celebration despite all of this. But there's also activity where I think Navalny's supporters and the Kremlin's activities, kicking this stupid ball back and forth of making Navalny suffer for no reason and throwing him in prison for no reason other than he's a threat to Putin's authoritarian regime. He gets the Hanged Man. I just see him being in prison for a while, but while he's in prison, I see like there looks to be... I feel like there is activity that they may blame on him and say that he has stirred up. And I think, of course, his supporters will be targeted, unfortunately, as he's being held. And I do expect that we will see them actively protesting his imprisonment and probably being clubbed for it brutally and arrested. Yeah. And that's like on the future horizon. So he's still in prison. But what's happening is that there's something shifting for him where, especially as Biden puts light on him and support. I'm going to pull a couple extra cards for Navalny. There is that support, that help with the Six of Pentacles. And this is being in a stronger position, like I was saying, as a result of more support to defend himself, despite the very significant enemy he's up against with Putin and the Kremlin. This gives him leverage, is the word I'm looking for. And I see something dark around a woman. There's the moon around a woman. Wife or feminine figure, mother, wife. Holding. I don't know if like this is threatening to take his wife into prison. There's some kind of darkness here of holding on. With regard to a woman, maybe it's that during this dark time while he's in prison, he thinks of his wife as well. For all I know, she might be of a fire sign or have that in her chart. But it feels like a very strong feminine energy, and there is a holding on to, and going through a dark time with the moon. There can be deceit, there can be other things, but let's just see. There's the devil. This is corruption, but the corruption is going to come down with that tower because it's not based on truth. It looks like we're going to see him in prison for some time. I'm seeing maybe even during some significant event of a fall. And something that he's worked very, very hard on for a long time, I feel like comes to completion. I think he will live to see the fall of Putin. And I think Putin will lose power, and when it happens, it'll be very, very suddenly. I think it will be possibly from the treatment of Navalny as it is magnified. There could be changes that occur. But this corrupt power in Russia that's been in place, it gets the tower. And I think that is not an unusual phenomena. I think we're going to see that not only in the States and Russia and other places, but again, the universe is calling on humanity to evolve and care about itself and others. You know, to realize we're all connected, as corny as that sounds, but that you can't shortcut for profit. If you don't care about anyone else, you're shortcutting yourself at the end of the day, whether you know it or not. There's no real profit in taking shortcuts. With regard to the way that these guys do it. So I'll leave you that with Navalny. I do feel like he's going to be locked up for some time, but I do see physical clashes with people with regard to Putin's government. I feel like that will continue, and I feel there's something significant that it could be Navalny's wife. I don't know what quite to make of it. They might seek to deceive her with that moon. I'm not sure. It's, it's whatever it is, it's not pleasant. But then I see like a break in the clouds. It's a shift of energy that it looks to me like a corrupted power is suddenly gone, like with the tower. It's a sudden event, and I see Navalny celebrating and happy. And so I really hope so, because I'd love nothing more. But I see it into this year a bit. So we'll leave that there and see what transpires. and let us all just continue to send him and other dissidents there support and positive energy. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.